we're going to break down the moves in the second form. So we're going to start with the very first sequence. The first move, we're going to step back into a back stance. The hands are coming up. Our front hand is going to do an inside-outside block, open hand, so inside-out, knife hand block. Okay, this hand, I like to bring closer to the head, right? There's reasons in certain forms where it would be down here, traditionally, but for the use that the bunkai of the move right here in this form, it is simply creating distance and deflecting, okay? So this is a straight punch, could be maybe a like high snap kick, but generally this is going to be a straight. We practice this with the jab. So generally it's a straight attack or a jab, okay? We're creating distance, okay? The very next move, so we're stepping back, we're doing this block here. And again, this hand, generally in this direction, in this area is okay. I circle with both of them. So it's not just lifting the hands, that's not doing any good. It's chopping across. The hand's coming this way, I'm hitting the side of it with the outside of my knife hand. Okay, so this is shoulder height between my shoulder and my opponent's shoulder. Okay, because I'm blocking their arm, which, guess what? It's attached to the shoulder. So that's what I'm blocking. Okay, if they hit lower and I block with the arm, fantastic. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'm open. If I'm close, I don't like blocking with this, right? So hand. It gives me a little bit more distance than when I do it this way and I'm only blocking with the forearm. Here I'm blocking with the hand too. Okay, so first move here. Now the reason this is here is because it's coming from the center of my chest for the next move, which is a palm strike forward. So as we did in the first form, the movements, the strikes coming out from the center of the chest. So this is center of the chest, so that when I strike, straight forward. Okay, now, so we went back stance, we did this block. The movement here is going to be an open step. So my front leg is going to step into a front stance so that I'm generating rotation to have some power into this palm strike that I'm going to throw. And secondly, I'm blocking, this is designed to block a hooking punch. Okay, so when we practice this, our partners when we practice just this movement, our partners are throwing a straight and then immediately throwing a hook. And we do it with the palm strike, but it could be a punch too. Okay? So we step back, block, then we open their stance. Now, when we do this with a partner, it's a little bit different when we actually step forward in with it. Okay? So here, and then when we go forward, we actually push just slightly forward. Okay? But in the form, it's not such a big deal. You'll drill it with a partner where you will do that. So we step back, we do this block. This hand will go behind the head, behind the ear, essentially, right here. It does not touch my head. If my arm rests on my head and I get hit in the arm hard, my head moves with my arm, right? This is concussion, right? If I can move the head quick enough, then the brain shakes. So even if I'm here, if there's no structural strength behind it, and even if there is, and I'm just getting hit by somebody with massive arms, it is going to move my head, and it doesn't matter if that's there or not, okay? I'm going to get some brain trauma from that. So, for that reason, I leave a gap. I think of it like I'm going to give myself a key lock, Americano, like shoulder lock here. I rotate my elbow in, so my elbow points straight at my opponent's head, and this pulls away from my head. Now what tends to happen when I use this block is they hit the bottom half of this arm. And when that happens, if they hit really hard and they're larger than me, when they hit that, it will move my entire body, but it doesn't shake my head. Whereas this will just move my head, and it's a snapping, whipping motion to your brain, and it's not so good. So we open, we cover, we point this at their nose. There's a space though. It's not out, it's back, okay? If they hit up here at the top of the arm, it will collapse a little bit, but that is okay. It is much better than like having the hand down here and just getting hit in the temple. So I'm protecting the jaw with the bottom of my arm, my temple with the top of the arm, here and here. Okay, there is a little bit of a gap in here, but it's not much of a gap, and it's generally, even if somebody's trying to aim in there, they hit the bottom of the arm. So 1, 2. Okay, point it forward. If it's open, my face is open and I still get hit. Point it in. Boom. And this, my elbows are basically pointing to the palm strike. Okay, so rotating in the palm strike, we're pointing the elbow forward. This is our move. 1, 2. Okay, then in the form we step back so that we practice both sides.